Hey there, Virgo. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading for February 2021. I'm going to do a Celtic cross here for you, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. Show me energies for the sign of Virgo, February 2021. Show me energies for the sign of Virgo, please. Energies for Virgo, 2021. Virgo. Show me energies for Virgo. Thank you. Okay, Virgo. First card out, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Great energy to start out with. So endings to situations, whether they be with people or whether they be like mentally ensnaring you, those types of situations are done. This can talk about being stabbed in the back. It can talk about that energy where we feel like betrayal has happened. Here we're letting the swords fall out of us. In this card too, it's almost as if we've been stabbed in the front. So somebody who maybe lied to you face on, head on, you know, whatever it may be, we're letting the trauma from that go. Obstacle here, Virgo, you have the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands is about forward movement. There's energy here where you know, we get excited about things but don't really have much longevity involved in them. I want to say though too, for what this is giving me, it almost feels here, Virgo, as if like having enough strength to continue, having enough strength to move forward here. And that feels like it might be a difficulty, having a difficulty getting re-engaged with your feelings, your desires, your passions, having that get up and go. It almost feels like that's debilitated here in some way because we're still healing from this situation that you've been dealing with. I'm going to go ahead and clarify everything once we get them out as well, but I'm just kind of giving you an energetic foreshadowing, okay? Base of this reading, you have the Star. So the Star talks about healing. It's Aquarian energy. We are in the age of Aquarius now, which is all about mental energy, communication, compassion. It's humanitarianism. But with this energy too, this is about healing, about trusting the direction and path that you've already been on. You know, I feel kind of like a frustrated energy, like, well, why would I receive that? How come I receive that type of treatment then? How dare they? How could they do that to me? They did it to you because there's a lesson in that experience, or whatever this experience was. There's a deeper meaning and a deeper lesson here, Virgo. It's not about taking pity on ourselves. You know, some of you may need to, but it's more so about allowing things to end and be done and finding the true silver lining within that information. Why did it happen? I can't tell you why it happened, you know, but whatever did happen has now led you into a new direction in your life. For this to be at the root of this reading is talking about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut faith in yourself, having faith in yourself, trusting your gut, going in the direction that you feel most guided towards here, okay? Could be dealing with an Aquarius, you could be dealing with a fire sign. It doesn't really matter. You'll know if you know, you know. Past energy, I'm sorry. It's the Six of Swords. So whatever the situation was, you've had plenty of time to get away from this. You've had time to heal from this. You've had time to take a step away, which I think is going to benefit you in the long run. For the Knight of Wands to be as the obstacle, you know, I'm not seeing this Knight of Wands as some, you know, cheater or what are they called? Player. I'm not feeling them as like a player energy. I'm feeling this is more like you re-engaging in your life, feeling gusto, feeling glory, feeling ready to get out there and do what you want. I feel like that's necessary for you to kind of re-engage with yourself, and especially in regard to creativity and your passions. Present energy, you have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay. So Virgo, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is the opportunity to basically, you may have multiple opportunities in the direction that you want to go. Here is about choosing a decision. It can be talking about out of balance energy, which may be trailing off of this energy as well, but you have the opportunity to let that go here. If you choose to stagnate in it, that is your choice, but I will say that there's no point in that because the lesson should be attained. You should be able to understand why you've been in a situation that's kept you out of balance, okay? Future energy coming up. You have these Nine of Swords in reverse, so this is good. This is basically about letting go of anything that's mentally constricting us, letting go of obsessive thoughts, obsessive natures. If some of you are dealing with situations regarding addiction, it's also letting that go too, so you have the opportunity to heal from it, okay? Your energy, present energy, you have the Temperance card in reverse. So again, it's kind of this lingering energy of not feeling tip-top, not feeling like you're back on your feet. Temperance, again, in reverse, it can talk about, you know, contributing things that contribute to our lives that actually throw us out of balance here. You know, if this is alcoholism, it's time to dump it out here. Dumping out the juice. Letting go of what balance keeps you out of balance, you know, finding a new way, a new path. All right, what's coming towards you? You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. That is not the easiest of energies to deal with. The Queen of Wands in reverse as Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, but if it's not a fire sign energy, it can just be somebody who's very bitchy, somebody who's frustrated, angry. This can also be somebody who things get better once they move. Okay, and it's not talking about like actual like distance moving to a different country or anything like that. What it's telling me is like move your body, move your physical experience, move that, get the vitality flowing, get the juices flowing because things have become stagnant. All right, hopes and fears, you have the Page of Swords. This can talk about somebody who's watching us watching another person. This can also talk about where our communication styles are, they leave so much more to be desired. You know, very immature communication here. If you're not stalking somebody, then it's, you know, feeling out of balance. I feel for some of you, this may be a situation where you have been kind of wronged by a person and it's left you in a really, really sad state, which is fair. But it's also talking about finding the courage to move forward, finding the time, making the time to move out of this energy, allow yourself to heal from this because it's no longer meant for you to stay in this energy. Okay, Virgo? I also feel kind of like an energy where everything kind of seems to be like things are intensifying, or like the world and the world is closing in on us. It feels like the room is getting smaller and the space is getting smaller and the air is getting thinner, and it's almost like I just have enough air and capacity for me in here. I can't deal with anything else, which is fair, and honor that, but also take a breath. Do what you can to exercise your body, exercise your mind. I'm feeling like there's a need for like a resurgence in physical energy and vitality to come into your life right now. It feels like you've stagnated here, Virgo, for a while. And so for whomever this is for, start exercising, start moving, start eating differently, start drinking more water, start to engage yourself in more creative ways, give yourself a creative outlet. If you're stalking somebody, and stalking somebody doesn't mean that you have ill intent towards them. It just means you're constantly checking on their social media. You're looking over old messages, you know, and that's not stalking necessarily, but it keeps the connection alive. If you need to let somebody go, let them go. Outcome energy, you have the Tower in reverse, so this is not letting energy go. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Just flip over the deck. You have the World. So endings, required endings to move forward. And here somebody's not allowing things to let go. You know, it's interesting, Virgo, just because in February, what is it? You have the new moon on the 11th or 12th, I believe it is. And you have like a full moon, I believe it's February 27th. And so like with that time frame, it may give you an opportunity to really utilize that new moon, okay, where you can manifest shift and change in your life. You can create more diligence in your pursuits, especially the personal pursuits, the ones that heal your emotions, the ones that require you to face yourself and your demons. That may be requiring you to manifest new things in your life, which is not bad. It's just, and this is the perfect time for it, especially around like February 11th or 12th when that like new moon is happening. This is a perfect manifestation period. It feels also too though, like with the full moon energy closing in on it, I don't know, it just feels like it's getting, everything's getting smaller, everything's getting tighter, everything is just not fitting right, everything is frustrating. Try to take a moment, try to breathe, try to disengage from the okay, so try to disengage from the substances that you may be putting in your body to numb yourself, to get a sense of feeling or a different feeling that you're already experiencing. So this is about not masking your feelings, it's about staring them head on and looking at them as lessons, even if they are incredibly obtrusive and uncomfortable to deal with. It's important for you to really look at these things, because it almost seems as if we don't do that, then it just kind of puts a magnifying glass on it. Oh God, I don't know if any of you did this as little kids, when you got the magnifying glass out there and you were like going over the ants with the sun behind you, trying to like, burn letters into things and kill some ants or whatever. It feels like a magnifying glass is on you, and whatever issue you're having is almost personified right now. And the point of this sun behind this magnifying glass is to actually burn it out. So it's almost a high emphasis on what you need to visualize in yourself, accept of and from yourself, and then like kind of burn it out, fizzle it out, just because it's not something that needs to be stagnant anymore. We need to put the magnifying glass on it, and then you have the sun behind it just burning it out. Okay, let it go. So that's a lot of energy and information for one little thing. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Show me for the sign of Virgo, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Virgo, for February 2021. Virgo, February 2021. Oh my God, just go. All right, so show me the 10 of Swords in reverse for Virgo. King of Wands, okay, so you have the Queen of Wands here. This is a couple. Some of you, this may be related to a fire sign, or it may just be related to a masculine energy, okay? King of Wands here with the 10 of Swords in reverse. So you may have been involved with a fire sign. The King of Wands, I will say, you have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This person can be very stubborn in the way they view things. With that Four of Pentacles, it almost seems like an unyielding, unbudging energy. Somebody that maybe, I feel like they might have some sort of aspect of regret here. This particular king of all of the decks that I have, he looks sad. He looks like he's contemplating what his experiences created, what he's done, what he's, contributed to. He's not like some happy, sexy king. He's just, he's considerate here, or at least looking things through. Now, if this, because I also feel like your energy is coming out as fire energy as well, Virgo, which is strange because you're an earth sign, but Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands here, King of Wands now coming through here. It's almost as if like I'm feeling a need for passion, a need to be re-engaging in passionate energy in your life. And that just doesn't just mean romance. There's a lot of different types of passion in our lives. Here we need to like reignite something, okay? I don't necessarily mean reignite it with this person. If that is what's to happen for you, then so be it. But it feels like you're getting out of a particular state. Now, also, too, when I was trying to, let me finish my thoughts. What I was trying to say right there, though, with this King of Wands is you may be having trouble getting back to feeling on par with yourself. You may be having trouble reigniting your wand, your torch, reigniting that creativity and that flow in your life. So this is something that we need to have patience with, because it's requiring us to face some of our inner demons a little bit more so than others might. And again, I keep getting this like almost pressurized bubble, this capsized energy where the pressure just gets deeper and more pressure. You need to blow the top off of that. All right, show me the Knight of Wands here for Virgo. Hang on, your card fell. So the Knight of Wands here, Virgo, you have the King of Swords. He came out sideways, so I'm going to read him both ways. King of Swords upright. This is a very powerful energy. All kings are powerful, but the King of Swords is somebody who's very conscious of how he creates in his world. He's very, very mental about things, very, very clear in his direction there. In reverse, it can talk about, he's also detached. He's somebody that can be a little bit more detached from emotions, which I feel is kind of important here. For some reason, we have a lack of forward movement as far as like our action is concerned, but for some reason, I also feel that that is a direct correlation to how you feel on an emotional level. If there's stagnancy on an emotional level, then it's really kind of blocking your forward movement in action. In reverse, this can be a very manipulative type of energy, somebody that is callous, cold, very calculating in how they feel. It came out sideways, so you know, you may be feeling pensive about moving forward in a direction. With this Knight of Wands, this is also, you know, getting that spirit back, that creative flow, that enticing excitedness, you know. What are you enticed by in this world? It almost feels like somebody pulled all the water out of the drain in the tub and all the water went out, you know? Maybe the water is a metaphor for like, not just emotion, but like kind of your life force, your happiness, like what makes you you. It feels like it just kind of went down the drain here for somebody. And we're defensive about ourselves and our experience here. Show me, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Nine of Swords, where did that come from? Am I losing my giblets? I might be losing my giblets, you guys. Oh, future energy. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, you guys. Fucking nuts over here. All right, so we're gonna read this first. Lordy. That is for the Knight of Wands. Show me the star here for Virgo, please. Show me the star for Virgo. Thank you. So for the star, you have the Five of Wands and the King of Cups coming out here. Now, the Five of Wands is adversarial energy. It is conflicting energy with others. It's also an internal conflict with ourselves, especially when it comes to healing our lives, our situation. You know, you have the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the King of Cups here. This is a lot of male energy, but if it's not actual men in your life, it's a lot of man, then it's aspects here, Virgo, of how you need to be viewing situations, okay? This is through a lens of compassion. This king wants to love, nurture, care for. This is also an aspect here of self-love, especially when we are in conflict with ourselves, okay? This can also talk about seeing a therapist. I will say that. If that's something necessary for you, there's nothing wrong with it. It's coming up pretty heavily right there, okay? Especially about things that we don't want to talk about or things that we've blocked off. If that's the case, you may want to see a therapist. Nothing wrong with that. Self-care is sexy. Show me the Six of Swords for Virgo. Page of Swords here. The Page of Swords in reverse here. So potentially watching a situation, watching somebody from afar. But I would suggest here, Virgo, get away from it. Get away from it. The more you engage in it, the more you perpetuate it in your psyche. And that's just kind of where it is. Like, if you're not in an actual experience with somebody right now and you're kind of dealing with the aftermath of something, revisiting it is not going to help. I mean, well, that's not true. It does help, but making it your focus is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. Okay? If you need to have communication about it, please do so. But the whole intention here is getting away from situations that have basically caused us a lot of strife. You know, if you need to open up about it to somebody, again, there may be the potential for counseling if you need to. This could be somebody that you've dealt with, but I feel like there's a necessity to open up to somebody who is a trained professional in how to help somebody through something like this. With this card as well, we have the Four of Swords on his back and the Two of Swords in front of the person in the boat. So what are we doing? We're moving to a new shore. We're moving to calmer waters, but we're still carrying this Two of Swords in front of us. We're still carrying this animosity, this shut-off connection, disconnection, keeping up a stalemate, you know, when we're trying to rest, you know, and I can see how that could be compartmentalized, but it's time to integrate those. It's time to put these back here as well so you can have a freedom from this energy, so you're not holding on to, well, I just won't talk to them, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's almost as if, like, you're trying to disconnect from somebody as much as possible, which is good, but don't let it rule you. And I know that's difficult to understand for a lot of people just because our emotions get in our way very, very well. And that's why I feel like this King of Swords is here to really kind of corral us and remind us that, hey, you know, maybe this is coming off in a way that is kind of keeping me mentally engaged with this to the point where I'm not having a healthy response to it. My response is now triggering myself, or I feel very triggered by a situation, you know, so be conscious of that as well. Show me the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Wheel of Fortune here with the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. So fairness happening just in the nick of time, you know, for people that are dealing with situations that have caused a significant imbalance in their lives. That situation was brought to you for a specific reason. It's requiring you to step within a level of strength in yourself that you may not have known was there. But what it does is it provides you the opportunity for more. It provides you a completely different perspective. It provides you with a strength that you didn't know you had before. So essentially it solidifies you into yourself. It helps you grow, okay? And again, the right people at the right time, even though it may not feel that way as well. But also, when we have these kind of things happen, where things get downturned, where things get really rough, with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, it can also tell us that that time is over now. It's time to see a brighter side of that wheel. This is the Wheel of Karma. It shifts and changes, and oftentimes it's going to affect where you're at in your life. So if you're feeling a situation where you're super abundant and like really, really flowing and, you know, things are just, you know, randomly happening and they're great, it may also bring that down a bit. You know, it may knock you off your course a little bit. And for those of you who are already in no man's land and messed up about a situation, it may start bringing out a completely different aspect of that. It may start to bring a better sense of self, a better sense of respite, a better sense of people in your life, connecting to the correct people in your life. Here, it's almost as if like divine timing has divinely assisted you here in that progression, okay? Show me the Nine of Swords up in reverse for the future energy. So you have Temperance here, Virgo, with the Nine of Cups. So new opportunities being presented to you when you're able to manage yourself out of this. That's an interesting way to say it. Manage yourself out of this. Okay. So what I'm being told here is like, so instead of seeing this situation as something where you are at its mercy, it's almost asking you to kind of streamline it as if it were a priority in a job or something. And I hate to make it sound so like stereotypical, like, oh, Virgo is obsessed with work, but you guys are really fucking good at streamlining things. You're very good at quantifying and creating a very, very cohesive situation, especially when it comes to situations regarding work and finance and things that you are very passionate about. It almost feels to me like this is a situation for you to streamline, to manage, to materialize in a completely different way. Look at it through the lens of, like, say, a business owner or something like that, versus being immersed in this emotional, catastrophic energy that we're just kind of swimming in. The broth is becoming stinky. It's not a good thing. Temperance here, it's getting you out of your mind. It's allowing you to balance your energies out. For those of you who are drinking too much, drugging too much, using any type of vice too much to cope with whatever is going on here, it's time for you now to really balance your energy out. It's time to seek a different opportunity. Again, clarity. Some of you may need to see a therapist, okay? Nothing wrong with that. All right, show me Temperance in reverse. I think that just explained it. But you have the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands. Oh my God. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. So yes, she's upright now. Very good. Introspection like a motherfucker. All right, very, very good here. Okay, so whew. Some of you, this is the opportunity to communicate. Some of you, this is an apology coming in or some sort of reconciliation type energy, olive branch energy coming in. This can also mean new friends, new opportunities, new communication. It leads you to a new sense of healing, okay? Whatever it is, your vitality is up again. And I really like this because this card coming towards you is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So again, very frustrated, stagnant energy. Here it feels like there's movement happening and it feels like we're able to heal our heart a bit. I don't always just see this as, ooh, somebody's offering you a cup of love. It has so many more meanings than that, you know. It's a sense of communication with compassion, okay? Creating a better understanding between two people. And if that's something that you just can't have or you don't want to deal with, you can let somebody go. But again, this is the opportunity to communicate with somebody about your deepest, innermost situations that really can hear you, okay? And also, too, I want to say here, Virgo, this may also, getting yourself in balance, back to balance, it may lead you to gaining new friends. You know, gaining new friends in ways that you maybe didn't expect. It's kind of a boon. It's really nice. They're healing, they're loving, and they're kind people. It's kind energy, and it happens when you turn this Temperance upright. A lot of introspection here, a lot of emotional, internal, spiritual guidance, healing of yourself, but also if you need to have that coming from another person, maybe that's what it is. Show me the Queen of Wands in reverse. Hang on, your card fell. So the Eight of Swords coming out upright here, okay, with the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So if you are in a stagnant situation right now, here it seems like we have the answer to at least helping us out of that situation. With the Eight of Swords here, this is all about mental energy that's just kind of stuck and stagnant. It's almost like creating storylines in our head. You know, you don't have all of the facts. It's just you have what you have, and due to having just that and stagnating with it, you start to expand upon it, which really isn't a healthy, you know, progression to go on, because it's not really founded in reality. It's just founded in misguided emotion, frustration. Like, it's not 100% accurate. And it's time to break out of that energy, Virgo. Show me this Page of Swords in reverse for Virgo, Page of Pentacles here, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Wands. You have all the pages here. So new opportunities, new beginnings, new opportunities for growth and learning, okay? Hopes and fears, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. So you may be worried that somebody is stalking you, or you may be worried that you might continue to stalk somebody else. I would say focus your energy on new opportunities, things that take up your time, things that require you to be present within them, things that require you to gain new knowledge, okay? Because this is the opportunity to build something for something new. It's the beginnings of something that is new. I feel like that's also a very good diversion in regard to dealing with this energy, because this is almost a fear that's coming through. Recategorize, reprioritize your time so that you have a better opportunity to kind of diminish that energy, so you're not focusing on it so much. Here we have patience, we have the lion, the strength card. With this energy, it's all about internal patience. It's about basically like taming the beast within. You know, sometimes when we run amok in our emotions, you have to withdraw that energy. You have to tame it. You have to calm it down, just because it really drives you crazy if you can't figure it out. And I feel that this reading is more along the lines for somebody who's having a very difficult time experiencing their emotions. It's like there's been a bit of a disconnect in emotion land, and we're trying to figure out a new way to access that. The Tower in reverse. Show me the Tower in reverse here. Okay, because that Tower in reverse can talk about not moving away from situations that need to be let go of, you know, holding on to issues, sadness, grudges, revisiting situations that really don't need to be in our lives anymore. Sometimes this can also talk about a person coming. This is scorpionic energy, scorpionic, Cancerian, Piscean energy here. You have everybody here basically. So that's why I'm reading it as energy. But with the Tower in reverse, sometimes this can talk about people coming back into our lives that need to express the truth. They need to express the full totality of a situation, or like the, how do you say, the truth behind things, and they're leaving things out. They're not expressing the fullness of the message. So, and it's often to save their own ass. So that's something there too. Show me the Tower in reverse here for Virgo, please. Show me the Tower in reverse for Virgo. So you have the Two of Wands here. So, okay, I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to really decide which direction you want to go in. This is literally, what direction do I want to go in? Do I want to hold on to the past, or do I want to move forward here? This would literally be holding on to the past, Virgo, and it doesn't suit you. There's new opportunities, new potentials in your life, new things that are coming for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. Was it 2 times? You have the World twice. That's right. The World is... Where the fuck is the World? I feel like you had something twice, right? No? Maybe that was a different reading. Temperance twice. Temperance. Either way, this energy, it's about new opportunities, new things to do. Here you also have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you can juggle this situation, which leaves you almost imbalanced, or you can move forward towards a new opportunity here. And I want to say, Virgo, it feels again like... or not again, it feels like the pressurized energy chamber that I was feeling earlier is lifted now. It's open. The window's been cracked. It's broken open here. You have the opportunity to move forward and breathe freely. This is an ending. It's a transformative situation. Whatever you've been through is done. And if you remain in it, you keep yourself there. But I want to say to you, the opportunities to change, to shift, to heal, to move forward are presented to you. You're the one that has to look at them. And if you're having a trouble doing that or getting through it, just try to streamline it. Just try to make it like a job. You know, it takes off the edge of the emotional aspect. Just kind of compartmentalize it in that way. So let's go ahead and get you an advice card here, Virgo. Can you show me Virgo, please? For Virgo. Show me energy for Virgo. So you have the dice. Dicey. God, so cheesy. Dice. Dice. All right, Virgo. Dice. I am the risk, the gamble you choose to take. I am the uncertain and the leap of faith. I offer promise of future change. Possibly negative cards to my right will foretell ill fate, but positive cards will bring about a happy state. Are you feeling lucky? Well, are you? So you can read the rest of this if you choose to. You can pause it and read it. Okay. But it's mainly when we use other Lenormand cards. I'm not doing that. So cards on the right of this, we have the Temperance card. We have the Two of Wands. We have all of these outcome energies, clarifying energies. These are new opportunities, focusing your energy on something new for yourself versus stagnation. So it feels like you've been here for a while, Virgo. And, you know, it feels like the pressure gets more and more and more before it starts to ease up. So I want to say that. I hope that this is helpful to you. If it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I know this is a fucking, it's a lot of reading. Bit heavy energy too. If you choose to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box below. I'm not currently doing personal readings right now just because of my shoulder and my neck. It's not realistic with all of the shuffling. That's kind of why I'm doing like pulling a card for, this energy, just because it's easier on my body. So I'm going to let you go. I hope this is helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye, Virgo.